What's up, everybody? You're listening to the Lily Jade Show on 95.9 FM WVU, Cleveland, where young voices make a big impact. I'm your host, DJ Lily Jade. Today's guest is helping turn big ideas into real businesses. She's the executive director of the Center for Entrepreneurs at Corporate College at Cuyahoga Community College. Please welcome Miss Ronna McNair to the Lily Jade Show. Miss Ronna, we're so happy to have you on the show today.
Thank you so much, Lily. I'm excited to be here with you.
So speaking of the Cuyahoga County Community College, I'm actually doing the College Credit Plus program down there once the school year starts.
Wow. Are you just now starting or have you done this already?
This is going to be my first year.
Okay, that's pretty exciting.
But before we jump in, I want to give a quick shout out because you actually met my parents at Pink and Black Honors. And shout out to Miss Tenora, because she is such an amazing person that shouts out and always is creating spaces where entrepreneurs of all ages can learn, grow, and celebrate each other. We appreciate you. Now, I have to ask, what is the Center for Entrepreneurs?
So actually, we are part of the college. So we're physically located at Corporate College, which is in Warrensville. Mm-hmm. And we help people start their businesses. We're really focused on the community because we know that people, especially after the pandemic, wanted to do some things differently. They wanted to have their own businesses. They wanted to have their own flexibility. And so we help people do that.
Mm-hmm. That's a great opportunity for everybody. So that way, if you want to become an entrepreneur, you can go out there and learn.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Now, if you're just now tuning in to the Lily Jade Show on 95.9 FM WVU, my guest today is Miss Ronna McNair from the Center for Entrepreneurs at Corporate College. So, what kinds of people come to you for support?
Well, interestingly enough, all kinds. Right now, we've had over 300 individuals go through our program. We've only been around for 3 years. So I'm really excited about being here because this is another opportunity for me to share that the center even exists. Mm-hmm. So currently we've had people, those 300 people who have gone through our program have been ages 14 to 77. Wow. So what we do at the Center for Entrepreneurs, we have two what we call tracks. Mm-hmm. Our first track is our discovery track, and that's really for people who have an idea about a business. Maybe you got a couple ideas or you want to start a business, but you don't know how. Mm-hmm. So that discovery track is for them. And then we also have what's called our foundation track, and that's for people who are already in business. They're doing their business. The example I always give is the lady at church who bakes cakes for her church, right? She starts baking cakes for her church. Yep. The next thing you know, she's baking cakes for her friends and she's got a cake baking business, but she may not have a business plan. She may not have her finances together. Mm-hmm. And so our foundation track is for people like that. And so we help them put the policies and procedures in place to keep their businesses sustainable so they'll grow.
That's amazing. Like, I had no idea what the Center for Entrepreneurs was until you met with my parents and they informed me about it a little bit, because Tri-C has so many amazing programs that people can do.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's a depth and breadth of things. And like you said, you're getting ready to start College Credit Plus, right? So that means you're going to be able to take college classes while you're still in seventh grade, right? And so hopefully, you'll have your associate degree by the time you finish high school, right? Mm-hmm. So yeah, so like I said, the center's only been around for 3 years. And the interesting thing that I forget for some odd reason, but the first thing I need to mention is all of our classes are free.
Wow.
We have scholarship dollars. We have foundations and corporations that have made grants to the center. And so we've been able to provide our courses for free. So our discovery track course is $840, but with the scholarship, it doesn't cost you anything. And then our foundation track is $1,240. And just so you know, or your listeners know, the discovery track course is 4 weeks, 2 nights a week, 5:30 to 9:30. Wow. And then our foundation track is 6 weeks. All of our classes are taught by entrepreneurs. So all of the instructors are business owners themselves. So they know what the students have gone through. So they know they know the pains of starting a business. And so yeah, and then also we have finance courses, because you probably know that when you're running your business, you need to understand about your money.
Yep.
And so we have classes on a money moves course, and we also have a class on Wave software.
That's amazing for this program to be free. Most people don't know their resources out here.
Exactly.
When someone has an idea but doesn't know where to start, what does that final step look like for you?
So when they come in our discovery track, the very first course is preparing your passion for profit, right? So really looking at what it is you want to do, and is there an opportunity to make money with that idea? So that's the first thing. And then whether or not you have support, right? A lot of times it's hard to start a business if you don't have support. Think about you. I mean, you're an entrepreneur yourself, right? And think about the support that you get from your parents. How successful would you be if you didn't have that support, right?
Not that successful.
Yeah.
You always need a good support before you start a business.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So that's the first thing. We look at whether or not, what is your passion, and then whether or not you have support for that. And then we start looking at things like your business structure, like how you're going to structure your business. Is it going to be a corporation or an LLC? We kind of get into that kind of thing. And then we talk about branding. And perfect example, I know you spend a lot of time branding, branding your businesses and your book. I mean, when I met your dad and he happened to mention that, he was Lily Jade's father, I was like, oh my God.
Most of the time he's just known as Lily Jade's father.
Yeah, I was like, I know about Lily. And that's just because you built your brand, right? Yep. So we teach people how to do that, how to build their brands. And then and then the last class is launch it. So it's really, you've got your brand, you've got your, your business, and now it's ready to go.
Well, we'll be right back after this break because we gotta pay some bills. Welcome back to the Lily Jade Show on 95.9 FM WVU Cleveland. And if you're just now tuning in, I'm here with Miss Ronna McNair from the Center for Entrepreneurs at Corporate College. So I believe young people have real ideas, real talent, and real potential. Because as a young entrepreneur myself, sometimes it feels like adults don't take kids seriously. They'll say things like, that's cute or that's adorable, instead of seeing us as real business owners and working through helping us and showing us and encouraging us. What do you think adults often underestimate about young entrepreneurs?
I think just what you said. I think they don't take your businesses seriously. And I think I talked earlier about that whole support piece. And so it's been really interesting since I've been doing this work, how many young people we've encountered. And as I mentioned earlier, our youngest entrepreneur was 14. We also had another entrepreneur that went through our program, who has an apparel company. And so he launched his apparel company when he was 16. But it goes back to the fact that parents and adults need to understand, and like you said, they have to take our young people seriously. And I think when they start to see more and more young people with their businesses, like you, for instance, Lily, when they see how successful young people can be, like a London Mitchell, who started his business when he was 16. I actually went to Belize with him. Yes. You did, right? Yes. Yeah. So when adults see younger people being successful, there's another young man I just recently met who has a jam company, and he just recently got his jam in Heinen's. So once again, I think when adults start to see by example what young people can actually do, they'll start to take them seriously. Yes. And I think you are a trailblazer, right? Especially in this industry. I don't know how many other people your age are doing. Not that many. Right. Yeah. Right. And so you're a published author as well? Yes. Yeah. So. Yes. Because once again,
the resources, that's like one of the first parts right there, resources, and then support, all that, just to start off.
Well, anyone who goes through the Center for Entrepreneurs, I had mentioned the classes, but we also provide additional resources for individuals. So for instance, we have a podcast studio. So we have a podcast studio and a podcast course. So we thought that by launching the podcast studio and the course, it would be an opportunity for individuals to get their brand out in the community. So that's a resource that we provide for our entrepreneurs. In addition to that, we have grants. We have some funding from the Burton D. Morgan Foundation, and it gives us an opportunity to give startup grants to young entrepreneurs. And so we have been able to provide grants anywhere from $700 to $2,000 for individuals to buy pieces of equipment or supplies or things, services they might need. And we have pitch competitions. So once you come through our program, that opens all of those opportunities up. And we have a mentorship program as well. Our entrepreneurs have told us that the two things that they really need are access to capital and mentorship. And so through the program, we try to provide those things.
That's great. What have you learned from young people that has surprised you?
How resilient young people are, right? I mean, like you'll hit a roadblock, but that doesn't stop you. And so I found that a lot of young people, they're willing to grind and put the work in, because launching your own business is a lot of work, right? I'm sure you put in a lot of hours, and it's a lot of work.
When you first start.
Yes, when you first start, right? And you have got to build credibility, right? In the marketplace, you've got to do good work. You've got to have, if it's a product, your product has got to be good and solid. And so, those are just the things that I think, help young people.
Yeah. If an 11-year-old walked into your office with a business idea, what would you tell them first?
Well, I'd tell them about our program. I'd also include their parents, because, right, we got to go. We've talked already about that support piece, right?
Yes.
So I had mentioned the 14-year-old that went through our program. Her mom actually went through the program with her. So I would tell them about the program, tell them about the resources, talk to their parents and get their parents interested, and then sign them up for a class.
Well, that's a very quick process, it sounds like, and it sounds like it's very easy.
It is. Yeah, it is.
So if y'all are not listening, people, make sure you guys go check out the Center for Entrepreneurs, because it seems like you can start at a very young age. And that could really help with your support. And you can learn if you want to start a business.
Absolutely.
I always think about how companies like Disney, Microsoft, and Facebook, all those big companies out there, they just all started with an idea. You don't have to wait until you're grown to dream big. Do you agree?
Oh, absolutely not. I mean, you're a perfect example. I mean, and you got to start dreaming early. Right? And then we often talk about a mindset, having an entrepreneurial mindset. So even if you don't have your own business, as a young person, you should attack whatever you do as if it's your business, right? So you want to do your work at school. You want to, if you're mowing lawns, or I think there's two young men that they often talk about that were, they got an award at Pink and Black Honors, weren't they? The Trash Boys, I think. I mean, you got whatever it is you do, you have to do your best.
With a passion.
With a passion and with an entrepreneurial mindset.
Yeah. What can schools, parents, and communities do better to support young entrepreneurs right now?
I just think being aware. First of all, we talked about being aware that young people are interested in starting their own businesses. Exposure is a big deal. Bring in business people. There's a lot of times schools have career days. Make sure you bring in people that own their own businesses, because young people don't know about what they can be unless they see it, right? Yeah. I've been watching this reels from Anya the aviator, because I'm real interested in aviation. And just the mere fact that she's got these reels out there so young African American girls can see that being a pilot is an opportunity for them. So I think to go back to your question, I think that schools and teachers, they just need to be able to expose young people to entrepreneurship as an opportunity.
Yes. Because we do career days at my sister's school. She's going to second grade.
Yep.
And they do career days out there. And I get to come out there and show the kids that whatever you want to do, put your passion, put your mind. You got to have the right mindset so you know that what you're doing is something that you want to do. And I just learned that entrepreneurship isn't just selling something. It's about solving problems, leading, creating, and building confidence, and learning how to keep going when things get hard. So, in your opinion, what's the biggest life lesson entrepreneurship teaches?
I think grit. If you really want to start a business, it's grit. And if you think about, you had mentioned some of those big companies and some of those entrepreneurs that companies grew to be really large, they weren't successful right out the bat.
No.
And a lot of them had a lot of failure before they really hit it big, so to speak.
Trial and error.
Exactly. Trial and error. You got to keep going. You got to keep trying, and it's not going to be easy. But if it's something that you want to do, and like you said, if you're passionate about it, you got to keep it going. And then hopefully you've got the support. Once again, that support system is huge.
Yeah, definitely. But once again, we'll be right back after this break because we got to pay some bills. Welcome back to the Lily Jade Show on 95.9 FM WLVU, Cleveland. And if you're just now joining us, I'm here with Miss Ronna McNair.
Thanks, Lily. You know what? You've been interviewing me and asking me some questions, so I got a question for you.
Okay.
Does what you do motivate your friends? Do you find that happens?
Yes. So during quarantine, we were all in first grade, and first grade is when we're our district, we're teaching kids how to be confident, be social, and all that. But we didn't get to have that experience because COVID happened and we were all stuck. Now, me and my dad, he taught me how to DJ. And with him teaching me how to DJ, that's like, oh, yes, it's something I definitely really, really want to do. Now, I'm trying to encourage my friends to put themselves out there because, some might be shy. Some might like, oh, I don't know if I can be able to do this. Because I have a friend who bakes. And I'm like, so why don't you bake something and bring something for everybody? And if they really like it, you should start selling it because there really is amazing whatever you want to do. I have friends who make bracelets. I tell them, put yourself out there. And if you're really sure this is something you really want to do, go on ahead and do it.
So have they followed your advice?
Yes, a lot of them have. I have a friend who sells cookies now.
Okay.
One that sells bracelets, one that makes custom t-shirts.
Okay.
So it's pretty cool.
Yeah. Sounds like you guys need to get together and have like a fair or something or,
Yeah.
Nice.
But, it's time for a lightning round.
Okay.
I just need your quick answers. First thing that comes to mind. It can't be no hesitating. You got to first thing that comes to mind.
Okay.
Favorite book?
Crazy Rich Asians.
Coffee or tea?
Tea.
Morning person or night owl?
Morning.
One word that describes entrepreneurs?
Resilient.
If you weren't doing this career, what would you be doing?
I'd be on a beach somewhere.
One app you can't live without?
One app I can't live without. ChatGPT.
One city that inspires you?
Chicago.
One entrepreneur everyone should study?
Oh, this is a hard one. Because there's so many. Damon Johns.
Okay. Man, that ChatGPT, we really need that right now, man.
No, but you know what? We shouldn't depend so much on ChatGPT,
so much
right?
on AI, but still, a lot of people are dependent on that. You're not the first person to heard.
But I came up with that without AI, right? So
yeah, we need no AI right now coming up with that. Now, let's switch it up a little. Okay. When you're not helping entrepreneurs build businesses, what do you enjoy doing?
You know what? I actually enjoy hanging out with my family.
Yeah.
We're a family of golfers. So I like golfing. Unfortunately, I don't get out as much as I like to, and I don't get to practice as much as I like to. So I'm not probably as good as I could be, but that's what and I like to travel.
Yeah, golf.
Do you play?
It's not really my family's strongest suit. Man, every time my dad goes, he just gets worse every time. Me though.
Have you played?
I've played. I've done camps for it. I'm not the best.
Okay, we'll talk offline about
that. Yes. If we can take some, I'll take some lessons.
I got some things for you.
So. Okay. What kind of music do you listen to?
I like rap and R&B.
Those are some two good ones.
Yep.
If we checked your playlist right now, what artist would surprise us?
Who is it? My playlist is really vast. Kendrick Lamar.
Ooh, that's a good one right there. I love me some Kendrick Lamar. What's a song that always puts you in a good mood?
Lovely Day by Bill Withers.
That is a really good one. I love that song. Is there a song that gets you motivated before a big moment?
Boy, A Good Day.
Mm-hmm.
You know the one I'm talking about?
I do not know. I'm gonna have to research it. I'm gonna do my research after this. If you say something I don't know. If your life had a theme song, what would it be?
Oh my goodness, Lily! Oh wow! If my life had a theme song, I Am Woman.
That's a really good one right there. But okay, everybody, you're listening to the Lily Jade Show on 95.9 FM WVU Cleveland. I'm DJ Lily Jade, and we're wrapping up an amazing conversation with Miss Ronna McNair. And before we go, what would you say to someone listening who has an idea but is afraid to start?
First of all, I'd say start. Second of all, you can start by coming to the Center for Entrepreneurs, which is a division of Cuyahoga Community College. We're in Warrensville Heights. And can I give you the contact information?
Yes.
So our phone number is 216-987-4230. Once again, 216-987-4230. And our website is www.corporatecollege.com/entrepreneur.
And
I was going to say, and then when you contact us, we'll get you started.
And for the young people listening, what's one message you want them to always remember about believing in themselves?
There is nothing that you can't do. So always strive to be your best and work hard. Yeah, I think that's it. I think as long as you strive to be your best and work hard.
Short but steady.
Yeah, right? You can do whatever it is you want to do.
Where can people find you on social media? Because before we let you go, we need to make sure we can stay in contact with you.
Well, you can find me on LinkedIn. So that's the best way to get to me. And it's Ronna McNair on LinkedIn.
Okay. Well, Miss Ronna, thank you so much for joining us today and for everything you're doing to support entrepreneurs across Northeast Ohio. I hope everyone listening remembers this. Your age doesn't define your ability. Your ideas matter. Your voice matters. And your dreams deserve a chance. You've been, again, a special shout out to Ms. Tenora Edwards for continuing to create opportunities and connect entrepreneurs in our community. You've been listening to the Lily Jade Show on 95.9 FM WVU. This your girl, DJ Lily Jade, signing out. Peace.